bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look.
What's up, guys? We have Metzler here, and this is going to be my introduction video for my new YouTube account. So, in this video, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my life, the situations, and we'll go on with the videos. So, I apologize about the sound and the quality. Right now, I'm just filming off my Mac, and I'm hopefully going to start using my camera and get like a light system and get all that going. But for now, this is what I'm going to use. It's not absolutely horrible, like, it's not like, woo, that's so good for being a first video, but, like, it's not horrible. We ain't gonna do nothing but go up from here, bitches! So, on this channel, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of story times, vlogs, telling you about myself, telling you about other people. But this video is just mainly gonna be about me, who I am, where I came from, and a little bit about myself.
So, yeah.
That was completely unexpected, but I'm gonna insert that anyways. So, my name's Metzler Morris, obviously. I was born at Victoria Hospital in London, Ontario. I was raised in London, like, East End area. And, like, during my daycare years, preschool years, I went to Montessori, which, like, being the family that we were, not having money, my dad still put me into Montessori, and when I was, like, 3-4 years old, I could tell you, like, everything, like, I was so smart. God bless my parents for putting me in Montessori, probably working their asses off to keep me in there, like, that's one thing that, like, not a lot of kids get to say that they did. That shit ain't cheap, let me tell you! And I get to say that I went to Montessori. And I will 110% put my kids into Montessori, because, like, I was, at the age of 3 and 4, I can name all the provinces, all the countries, and where they were in the world. Not very many 3, 4, 5-year-olds can do that. So, during my years of public school, I lived with my aunt and went to, oh my god, I forget the name of the school. Bishop Townsend, which is, like, off of Oxford, if you know where that is. Because both my parents worked full-time, my mom worked at a hospital, and my dad was in Chatsworth, Ontario, running Motorpark. And, like, I switched there and went to Trafalgar in grade 3. And so, like, Trafalgar was, like, a really downgrade classed school from Bishop Townsend. And Trafalgar was, like, the sketchiest school that you could probably go to in London.
Probably the most sketchiest school in the world.
I lived in the sketchiest neighborhood of the East End that you could probably live in. Like, my neighbors were literally, they made meth in their house. So, we had no, like, we didn't have lots of money, so, like, that's where we lived, like, that's where I was raised, like, end of story. So, in, like, grade 7, I moved out to the country, and my dad bought a drag strip called St. Thomas Raceway Park. So me, being like an East End city girl, going to live in a country where, like, in London, you can probably get anywhere in London in, like, 15-20 minutes, and it takes 15-20 minutes to go get some McDonald's. If I need tampons, oh, you know, gotta drive, like, a good 15-20 minutes to get some goddamn tampons. To get tampons! McDonald's! And so I ended up going to, the public school that was, like, literally just a mile down the road.
Sparta Public School.
And I used to miss my bus all the time, like every day. So I drive a backhoe, a tractor, a golf cart, a snowmobile, a dirt bike to school. And it was the shittiest school that, like, the shittiest school. So I remember, like, I didn't really like any of the girls there. Like, my best friend now, I literally hated her in public school. Like, we would fight in the hallway until one of us dropped. Her name's Maya. I'm sure that you'll see her in other videos. And so, like, I didn't like girls, and I had gym every day. So I was tired of being with the girls and, like, changing in the change rooms with the girls because they were all, like, judgmental. And I was the only girl at my school
who had boobs.
So I would get criticized for wearing a tank top when there was girls with no boobs that were wearing tank tops. I got dress coded every day.
Every single day.
But anyway, so I got tired of changing with the girls. So one day I decided I was going to change in the guys' change room.
What?
I still wore full back underwear. It's not like I was going in there to, like, you know, like I literally just as a human being went to change. Like, I always have gotten along better with guys than I have with girls. So, like, that isn't new. I lived at Motor Park for, like, till 2010. So I was always around boys, changing around boys. I was, like, you know. So this guy, after watching all of his friends put on my Lululemons, let's call him Frank. So Frank, after watching all the boys try on my Lulus, boys with big butts, boys with small butts, goes and tells my principal, Metzler just changed in the change room with all of us boys.
With all of us boys.
So then I get called down to the office. I know exactly what it's for. I end up, like, getting a suspension, but not actually a suspension because my principal loved me. And so she just sent me home for the rest of the day. It was already, like, the day was already half over. So my dad got a phone call saying, yeah, your daughter is coming home today because she changed in the change room with the boys. I was, like, 12, 13 years old. Imagine what went through my dad's head. Yeah, so your daughter was changing in the change room with boys. Anyways, he understood. He knew that I was doing nothing wrong, just literally going to get away from the girls. So anyways, that's just one small example about, like, my life in public school. And, like, I've always been a feisty person, so, like, I get angry really easy. And, like, I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, and I'm sure most of you people that are watching this know me and have heard stories about how crazy I am or how crazy I can be. My rep isn't just some average ginger girl. No, it's that crazy girl that's literally psycho.
Yep, that's me.
So, most of you guys, like, know, if I hate you, I will always hate you, and to the extent and probably more. Like, if a little thing sets me off and I chirp you, you will be chirped for the rest of your life. That is just how it works. And, like, I'm not the type of person that someone will tell me something about you and I hate you because this person hates you or because you did this to this person. I will always give you a chance no matter what. But as soon as I get the vibes of not liking you or bad vibes of you, it's just downhill from there, sweetie. And, like, my parents always raised me to, like, if someone doesn't have something and they need something to give it. So if someone doesn't have money to buy food at lunch, like, I'll be the person to be like, yo, here's some money, go get some food. Or if they're cold and need a sweater and I have an extra sweater, I'll give them a sweater. But no, I was raised really good. Like, my parents raised me as a good person. And that's just me. Like, obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm not nice to everyone. Like, if I dislike you, but I have a legitimate reason. So when I graduated, I decided that I was going to go to Parkside Collegiate Institute. So I go to Parkside now. I'm currently in grade 10. So I'm 16 years old. And I hate school. Like, hate it. Hate it. Like, I was, like, all hyped, excited for high school.
No.
I hate high school. And, like, I have, like, a few friends. Like, I never make my friend group like this because this much of them are going to be fake. So, like, I have, like, 3, 4, 5 at most friends that, like, I actually say that are my friends to other people. I have a whole bunch of acquaintances, hundreds, probably thousands of acquaintances that, like, I know I run into, that know me, that know my family, that know my dad. Where my dad is the type of person to legit know everybody. He knows everybody. So there's people that will come up to me and be like, oh, you're Jay's daughter. And I'm kind of like, oh yeah, hey, haven't seen you in a while. But really, I have no idea who they are. People will come up to me and be like, I haven't seen you since you were this big. And I'm like, how do you know me? But I've always been like that. Like, I've always had random people come up to me and be like, oh, how's your dad? How's your mom? How's da-da-da-da? So that's not new. So I currently live with my mom now. So I'm living in Port Stanley, which is like 7-minute drive from where I lived with my dad at the drag strip. And let me tell you how extremely awesome both my parents are. My dad got into a car accident in 2002 and like broke both of his legs, both of his arms, and has frontal lobe brain injury and was never supposed to walk again.
And he runs.
He is one of the biggest inspirations in my life and probably will always be. He runs a business. He is like the most amazing person that you will ever meet. And my mom, she's always been there for me. She's awesome. She was a PSW, will do anything for me, is diehard. And when I was raised as a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, and I wasn't like really all into like Lululemon Roots, this. But like as I started getting older, I got into like name brand and stuff. But when I was little, like my dad used to buy me everything, and by everything, I literally mean everything. I had two of the most sickest 50s that you'll ever see in your whole entire existence. Like the sickest KTM 50s. I swear on that. That had gold plates on them. I was sponsored by Motopark. I was sponsored by Canadian Girls Kick Ass. I was sponsored by more things that you can imagine. And he worked his ass off in a wheelchair. To get me what I wanted. And I always got what I wanted, how I wanted, when I wanted it. And as I was growing up, the things that my dad would get me that were like $10, $15, $20, $30 are not $10, $15, $20 anymore. It's $100, $150, $200, $250. So I started hearing the word no. The word no would make me drop to the ground in tears. I am a brat. Yes, I know that. Anyone who knows me knows that. And so now that I've gotten older, I've understood why he says no, why they say no. Because now I'm working and buying my own stuff. Like makeup. I buy my own makeup. I buy my own clothing. So now I understand why they say no. So compared to 4 years ago me to now, current me, is like two different people. Like I would bawl if I got told no. And now I'm like, okay, yeah, no. So on with the story. I currently have a boyfriend, Jordan. I will show you a picture of him, and I haven't quite figured out how to insert pictures, so I'm just going to show you on my phone. So this is my boyfriend, Jordan. Isn't he so cute? And we have been together for, let's say, almost 2 years. We broke up for a bit, but now we're, like, better than ever. And he is legit my best friend. When I am with him, my stomach hurts days after I leave from how hard I laugh. He is the most funniest person you'll ever meet. So we have a long distance relationship. So he lives 4 hours away from me. So he lives in Owen Sound, Ontario. So like the long distance is kind of hard, but it's like worth it. So yeah, that's Jordan. And so I promise you guys my other videos will be more funny. Like this isn't not a topic that you can really be funny about. But like I'm actually super funny. And if you know me or know of me, you know that obviously. So yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed.
So give me a thumbs up.
And subscribe. Like, I'm willing to tell videos of people that I dislike or stories and reasons why I dislike these people. So you can tweet me on Twitter if you want.
You're not that famous, Metzler. And you don't even have Twitter.
Okay, so don't tweet me on Twitter. Anyways, hope you enjoyed and see you soon.
You can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick. Cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money